It's week 7 of the NFL, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Lions and the Commanders next on Madden NFL 24.
Well, we've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field. Today we've got a matchup here in Pitt. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
On the check. Come on. Hey.
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Good job there. Pretty simple. The hole was created. Runner just darted right through.
Yeah, that's the kind of play teams are looking for to have some success early in a ball game. And if you're an offensive play caller, you mark that run down. Make sure you keep coming back to it throughout the game until they stop it.
Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
The numbers for Gibbs from last week, 13 carries, 62 yards.
And I know that last week's game is over, but this feels almost like a continuation of what he did in the previous game. It's almost as if in his mind he knitted together the 2 weeks with no break. He's off to a nice start here.
The slot man in motion right. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Beal. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. The Lions sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. They were losers their last time out. Try to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So he gets too far beyond the line, and that's an easy call for the official.
Let's go now. Cooking like cheese. Ready.
To the outside, this is complete to Jackson. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Let's go.
First down, Detroit.
It's Jackson again on the reception. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Here's a 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Hooker. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it. Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll run with Gibbs. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs with career touchdown number 60. And the Lions will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Sims going to go ahead and hold on to this one, and they'll start at the 25. On first down, Reynolds. Throw right side complete to Dotson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. You talk about this Lions defense. Coming into this one ranked number 19 in the NFL against the pass.
And for all the routes to keep an eye on in this one, they've got to find a way to take away the crossing routes. Those are the ones that when a receiver catches it on the run, those can really hurt a defense.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Robinson up the middle. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Reynolds. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On is the punter Charlton now as he's able to get this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first. And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive linemen. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great player. They got a couple of them on that side of the football.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Third down, Hooker looks to throw it. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Reynolds. That is caught, and he's going to have a Commanders first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. Back to throw, Reynolds. This pass hauled in by Dotson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. So no gain on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Back to throw again. He finds his man complete. That's Townsend. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They'll look to throw again. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. And when you've got the 31st ranked rush offense in the NFL, you're going to see a few of these negative plays.
Yeah, and I don't want to be snarky about the whole thing, but I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway. We've seen a bunch of those this season.
Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Reynolds. Being chased and fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure to him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing. Hooker. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. From the corner, it was Kendall Fuller with a sack. 2nd and 20.
7 Pirates! 7 Pirates!
Hooker now off play action. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Terry McLaurin, his third touchdown now on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Lutz good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Commanders' offense returning to the field. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Throwing on first down. Reynolds. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Townsend. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Looking to throw on second down. Reynolds. A short one there, caught by Likely. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Jameer Gibbs and the Lions offense getting set once again. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Now 2nd and 3. Working out of the shotgun, Hooker. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'll guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up with a very good clip.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Hey, Pat. Dragon 60. 79 Broncos.
Hooker to throw on 1st and 10. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
Drop 50, drop 50.
Here's 2nd and 10. Hooker's going to throw it. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. That time a 6-play drive, and it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Here's Sims now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Commanders back out late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. On 1st and 10, Reynolds. His throw incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Reynolds.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
This time they stay on the ground, and that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Take it at the 37. And nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Ready?
On 1st and 10, Hooker. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This taken in right around the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Here come the Commanders for the first possession of the third quarter. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit, as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
13 yards there and a Washington first.
First down. First and 10.
Back to Robinson now on first down. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
From the gun on 3rd down, Reynolds. And that will be incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
Hurry!
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
What an advantage having a elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st, as he can only get this to the 30. Here comes the Lions punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It's a 40-yard punt, but they lose yardage on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Washington ready to try again on offense. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that 1st down run, as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
Washington going to send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this will be taken at the 13. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Hooker on 1st down. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
Okay, break.
1st down, Detroit.
Big Lion.
Trying the left side with Gibbs. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge. And that's probably exactly what he's telling him in the huddle right now.
Now Hooker. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
But the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turned into a nice play.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he is going to have a Lions first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
18 Rattler.
Hooker now on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Beal. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 6.
Viking 18.
Hooker. Buying time to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. He'll get this down to the 38.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. That is caught by Laporta. Touchdown, Detroit. Sam Laporta, 38 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there.
Back now at FedEx Field, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Lutz now to kick this one away. Sims going to go ahead and hold on to this one, and they'll start at the 25. Here we go on the next drive for Washington. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now if you want to take a shot on 2nd down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll run for it with Robinson. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000.
And he lost the football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him.
Second and 10. Off play action. Here's Hooker. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up second and 1.
From the 32-yard line now, here's second and a yard. Here's Hooker. And this one's incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
First down.
To the outside, this is complete to Jackson. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down.
Here we go, here we go.
At the 17-yard line.
They go play action. Here's Hooker. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Looking to throw, Hooker. He finds his man, complete. It's Beal. And in for the Lions, touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Lions look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Lutz good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Sims going to go ahead and hold on to this one, and they'll start at the 25. And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Reynolds. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. And he's going to have a Commanders first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 37.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Reynolds throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback and give him a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Washington going to send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. This is fielded at the 27. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards.
Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out.
He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if...
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way down to the 26. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
It's caught by Jackson. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. There's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the 4th quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
19 Lions.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Gibbs will try and pick it up.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown.
Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come and have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Sims going to go ahead and hold on to this one, and they'll start at the 25. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Throwing to start the drive. Reynolds. Try to drop one in, but it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
To throw again. Reynolds. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Back to throw. Reynolds.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held a team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
37 yards on the punt with no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros.
Ready?
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. But Charles, a lot of happy faces.